pretty cold. Like, honestly, like, it's really cold now. Like, I had my window open, for a couple of hours, but yeah, you really don't know like how to dress up anymore. Whatever. Uh, I'm here to tell you guys that we need a Max Payne 3 PS4 PS5 port ASAP as quickly as possible. Like, the game is pretty much like stuck on the PS3, and it is not the greatest experience. Like, a lot of the times there are texture missing parts at certain chapters. Pretty much happens like everywhere. And even if you have an SSD in your PS3, slim, super slim, whatever, OG fat, it will still be the exact same issue. Maybe it will be like less likely to happen, but you will not really fix this sort of problem. Now, I have seen like fixes, but I really don't think like in the long run it does really fix like anything. So what it needs, it doesn't need a remaster. It needs like a 60 FPS boost, because the game is like usually 30 FPS, but it has a lot of dips to the 20s. I would even argue and maybe save them to the 15s, something like that, which is not all that great, especially for a shooter game, even though it's a third person shooter game. But you need like a fluid experience if you want to play this game, especially on harder difficulties like old school and above that. And I don't know about Shadows Rushed Me, because that's even harder one, because you're like pretty much tied with time and never really tried it, didn't got so far, but yeah. And the other thing that it needs is a resolution, like upscale, like pretty much to have it. I think the game is like stuck on 720p on the Xbox 360, but on the PS3 it's I think 640p, something like that. I'm not really sure. So it needs like 4K, 1080p, 1440p, all those, resolutions. And maybe it could handle 120 FPS, I'm not really sure, but just as we have seen it from last year's Red Dead Redemption port for the PS4 and 5, I think if this will happen, but I think it will happen, but not really that soon. Maybe after the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes from Remedy, maybe then just have all those games in on one platform, which would be ideal. But I think this will once again be the same thing as like last year with the Red Dead Redemption port, that you will have 30 FPS on Max Payne 3 on the PS4 and 60 on the PS5, or in the worst case category, maybe it won't even be coming to PS4, maybe they would just release on the PS5, but that way they would lose a lot of people, so it wouldn't really make sense. But nowadays, it really doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make a lot of sense to just think about what is logical in terms of the stuff like what we have seen with the RDR1 port PC release. It's overpriced, I am playing it right now on the PC through different ways. I'm not really going out to just pay 50 euros or dollars for it. If it would have released in May or even in August, I would have maybe considered spend 50 euros or $50 for it. But like right now, the more the game just released 2 days before, like, and pretty much the more you think about something, the less reasons I have to just go out and pay $50 for it when I have it on different places. Like, look at this. Like, I have it here. This is on the PS3, the Game of the Year edition. I have it another time with a different package. I think I have it like 3 times on the PS3. It's a little bit like insane, I know, but usually it's just, this is the OG way to play the game, the original way, like how it was meant to be played. And I think I found it out like a week ago that originally the Red Dead Redemption was considered being an Xbox 360 exclusive, but I think Sony paid a lot of money for it to make it to the PS3, which is insane. Like, it's like, you never think about stuff like that, if you never knew it, obviously. So that was it. Quick little information and sharing thoughts. Have a good, day, and see you in the next video.